this video for sailing and entertainment purposes only. You're dang skippy in it.
Lynn did not shower the whole time we were at my mom.
Why did you lie about the person you're with and say it's been two different people and it's not?
I didn't lie.
Hello, everybody. In today's video, we have a rare treat. Amber Reid's members only live stream. She is charging $10 a month for people to pay. And that is the only way that you can see this amazing live stream. I mean, live stream. I feel like a girl of 2021 again. It's an exciting time to be alive. Does the fun ever start? Yes, $10 a month for this. I hope you're excited. All right, we're going to get into all the drama. We're going to talk about everything. Ambi, can I call you Pookie, is talking about, as always, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Please do not take anything I say seriously because I am sharing my own opinions, not facts. On publicly accessible information first made public by public figures. Please don't go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Entertainment purposes only. This live stream is full of Amber prank calling people, being obsessive towards her exes. Someone is taking legal action against Amber, supposedly, and Amber just continues to disrespect her audience and blames reaction channels for everything, aka just a typical day in the Amberverse. We're going to get to that. Okay, what I think you would be most interested in is her playing a game about her exes. She pulls out these like cards and starts playing a game because she has no content at all. Nobody plays weird games with their audience. Now that you can't really play Choosy, by the way, Choosy did make a slight appearance. Now that you can't really play Choosy because your audience doesn't want to, you're going to play weird games about your exes. You are obsessed with your exes while telling us that we are obsessed with your exes, right? And they are obsessed with you. What actually happens during the live stream is that she says that everybody is obsessed with her exes. No, you are obsessed with Beck for 4+ years, discussing them when they asked you not to talk about them. Okay, so let's start off strong. First of all, she gets asked a question. When did you have the most amount of anxiety? Which ex really calmed you down? And she says that she never had any anxiety when she was with Crystal. It magically went away. I love it when magic gets involved. But with Casey, she had constant panic and anxiety attacks. How dare you continue to bring up Casey's name when you have ruined that person's life is wild to me. Let's talk about Tommy, okay? She says she gets asked a few questions about Tommy and basically gets asked about Tommy. She says that she really wanted Tommy to propose to her. It's amazing. Tommy has posted on social media before Tommy left public social media that I've known of. Tommy said that her former partner was the love of her life and is the love of her life, but Amber actually expected you can't even make this up, for Tommy to propose to her. By the way, the only positive thing about this live stream is Twinkie. Twinkie was very afraid of the storm. Twinkie is an angel, so Twinkie is the only part that I liked. Amber's dog. Okay. So she then says, like, people keep asking her, like, how did Tommy make you feel? And she said that Tommy made her feel like she was confident and loved and happy. And Tommy is so cute and talented and such a good person and loved her a lot. Honestly, you can't even make this up. Amber, do you not understand that Tommy's love of her life is not you? She's been blatant and honest about it on social media, okay? And she says that she was the most confident with Tommy. Tommy made her feel so confident. And then she asked why people want to see her legs, and they could be just trolling you, Amber. You know, the way that you've trolled your audience for a very long time. It's clear that she is obsessed with Tommy and wants to be with Tommy and misses Tommy and all that other stuff. My personal opinion, not a fact, I do believe that they are still in communication. That's just my opinion, but it's obvious that Tommy is someone she's obsessed with. Okay, so then we're going to talk about like what she said during the game. Starts discussing if all of your exes were like on a beach, was like on the shore and didn't go swimming. And she starts saying, well, Beck didn't go swimming. Okay, she has such a vendetta towards Beck because Beck exposed her for the washcloths, and obviously because, you know, people generally really liked Beck, and Beck made a lot of money exposing her. And because, the narcissistic injury of Beck leaving her. By the way, it's very important to note this. Towards the end of the live stream, when she's talking about Mr. Snowflake and washcloths, yes, that's coming, because she doesn't like his merch on washcloths. She actually says, this is the first, to my knowledge, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't heard this before. She actually denies using the washcloths in the manner in which Beck said that Amber did. She says it never happened with the washcloths, stealing late mothers of, her roommates' washcloths and using them in the lavatory. She says it never happened. So she finally makes her first ever official denial that the washcloth gate never happened. Amber, not only do I not believe you, what a weird flex to lie about. Like, that's what you're gonna lie about? You lie, like, well, she does lie about everything else. Amber, almost nobody in this community, in my opinion, would believe you that you're not using the washcloths. You have purchased so many washcloths before, and an odd amount for you not to be using it in the lavatory. And I believe Beck. So she denies that what Beck said is true. Just wanting to tell you, this is the first time that she actually denies using the washcloths. So, of course, throughout this live stream, what she does is she tries to, be mean and degrade Beck as much as possible. She says that Beck would just sit there. Beck would just be sitting there on the shore while everybody went swimming also. And the thing is, Amber, you just sit there. And you just sat there while Beck was in renal failure, driving you around while they were incoherent. I'm just not understanding what she hopes to achieve here. Here's another negative statement that she made. There's this question of, oh, like, who would be dating somebody who wasn't even born yet? She says Beck, of course, starts, batting her eyelashes in a coy way. You know what she's trying to say. By the way, it's so wild to me. This coming from a person who has followed a certain type of Instagram account and deleted millions of views of her friend. This coming from you? This coming from you, Amber Reid. Exciting and amazing. So she's just basically obsessed with her exes. I have to tell you something. You could not pay me enough. YouTube could not pay me enough to come on a live stream in front of my paying members and say, I want to play a game where I, like, trash my exes, especially Beck. Like, it's super, super weird to me. She will never get over the narcissistic injury of Beck leaving her and just obsession. And see, like, now that Beck has taken a break, she feels that she can come after Beck. TikTok, Ambi, can I call you Pookie? This is going to come back to bite you in the Kermit, like it always did. Okay. She then says, who's the most would have the challenging task to get out of bed? Again, she says Beck. I mean, again, you take off months off of work. Beck did everything for you, got you your food, took you to your surgery, didn't leave your side throughout your surgery and illness. You're the one that said that. It's amazing. She's just looking for a reason to be mean to Beck. That's obviously like creating a game and playing these weird games about your exes. Like, she added the X part. It's just a card game where they ask you questions and she's using it with her exes. Here's the thing. I'm going to ask you this question and I know you know the answer. Who is Amber Reid without her exes, and what kind of content does Amber Reid have without discussing her exes? If this is where you believe this, if you believe nothing I say in this video, people talk about who and what they think about. She's thinking about her exes. Then she says the most outstanding Girl Scout would be Tommy, who would be best at playing these games or whatever. She's saying Feline. Tommy, Feline, and Valentine / Erica are the most charming people. Somebody asked her, how can you continue to put Valentine / Erica, the woman that you never met, as your ex? And she continues to say that that is your ex. This is why you're going to be, in my opinion, never getting married, always alone forever. Do you not understand if somebody doesn't make enough time for you in a relationship to meet you face to face, they're not in a relationship with you? I can't even. She's saying Destiny would be the one that is with Santa. Yeah, nice. Okay. The thing is that Destiny will always, I don't care how much she's in love with Tommy or whatever, Destiny is always going to be the one that, got away. She was truly in love with Destiny more so than herself. And even in this live stream, when she is talking about Destiny, like the other time, there's this like vibe that comes over her that's like this very loving vibe. She misses Destiny. Destiny is the one that got away. Whenever she talks about Destiny, it's always in a different manner than her other exes. question about who can name the 7 continents, and that was like an older joke also from her live streams when she couldn't even find countries on maps, and she says none of my exes could find any of the continents. Amber, can you like just stop these, I'm telling you, insufferable live. Feline or Erica would be taking the stairs, inappropriate texture would be herself. It's just, you know what, it's a horrible game, and this goes on and on and on. Continue to have reaction channels and your exes living rent free. She is constantly thinking about what reaction channels are saying about her, reaction channels and her exes. It's a good thing that none of your exes are interested in you. Let's move on. So she spends a really long time discussing Salty Crab, reaction channel Salty Crab, and Mr. Snowflake. What she says about Salty Crab literally makes no sense to me. She says that she uploads more than Salty Crab. Okay, you may do that. She more than likely probably busier than you doing things, maybe with her family, maybe at work. I don't really know, but you uploading currently right now, I mean, it's amazing. This woman is currently on a YouTube break, but then has enough audacity to say that Salty Crab uploads less than her. You're literally on a break, and usually you don't upload every day. Who cares how many times she uploads or you upload? Her uploading less than you or you uploading more than her doesn't make you, both of you, better than each other. She says that she really doesn't like Salty Crab. She basically says that she believes that Salty Crab has no job and no life. Look at this faulty logic from Amber Reid. She is letting you know that Salty Crab only uploads a few times a week, but at the same time, she knows that Salty Crab doesn't have a life or a job. Doesn't that mean that Salty Crab does have a life and a job if she's only posting 2 to 3 times a week? Amber, make it make sense. She's so jealous of any successful woman, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. My opinion is that whenever Amber sees a newer channel starting to get views and subscribers, and especially if that person is a woman, Amber gets jealous. She is successfully jealous of other successful women. This is a vocabulary channel, not really. Ambi, your jealousy is showing. She's just jealous that Salty Crab is liked and is getting views. To actually say that this person has no life and no job, when that is defamatory. How do you know she doesn't have a job? What if she does have a job? Do you know that she can take legal action against you? I'm not saying she will, but she could. Also, you don't have much of a life without mommy driving you to bingo, but you dare judge others. I mean, Amber, if I were you, I would publicly apologize to her. I know you won't, but that's Pookie's, my favorite, all-time favorite YouTuber's flawed logic. She says like really terrible things about her, and also says that she is not a very nice person. How do you know that? From everything that I've known about her, she's usually pretty nice to you. She was usually nice to you in the torrid halls that you did. Anyways, here's my point. She also says that she doesn't watch Salty Crab anymore, as if anyone cares. You are going to be wherever a reaction channel is talking about you. She even says that she would like to prank call a reaction channel. Amber, no one wants to talk to you. I think I speak for the majority of us, and I almost never say that the majority of reaction channels, I usually say, like, hey, I just speak for myself, but I don't think most reaction channels want to talk to you. This is just a means to an end. It is just a job, and I can certainly say that I would never talk to you in real life. This is just a job, and no one's interested. She then spends a very long time on Mr. Snowflake. She continues to talk about his alleged marital status, and I'm not going to go deeper into that, but she keeps talking about how, well, like that she has all of these people that she cannot reveal who these people are, that pretty much spy on Mr. Snowflake. This is nothing new. We know that she has basically told us last time that she discussed spying on people, that she has people supposedly spying for her. Does she? I don't care. It's just Amber on Reddit and Kiwi Farms and Discords reading everything. Spying is done by her, and she blames it on fake anonymous people. Okay, yes. So She basically is very upset about Mr. Snowflake being what she considers obsessed with her. She continues to talk about like his alleged wife and then says something really outrageous. She's like, reaction channels are constantly telling me that I can't keep a relationship. Well, most reaction channels can't keep a relationship themselves. At this point, I have to interject and tell you that it is my personal opinion. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. I think that what reaction channels say about Amber really does affect her, and she really listens to every single reaction channel that has ever spoken about her. Amber, truth time is now. Why are you so obsessed with whether or not Mr. Snowflake is in a relationship, married, divorced? You have to care so deeply about Mr. Snowflake because you are upset about what he has said and what others have said. She even goes so far as to say that Mr. Snowflake has a crush on her. Then she says she's joking. Yeah, she does say that she's joking. Do I believe her that she's joking? No, I don't. No. I think, enjoys when men talk about her and thinks, and this is just my opinion, I think that when men give Amber attention, I mean, reaction channel type of attention, she believes that they're like in love with her or something. Ambi, can I call you Pookie? Please understand, it's not that he has a crush on you, it's just a job. Obviously, really affected by reaction channels feeling that she can't keep a relationship. And this gets even worse. Because I doubt that you, as a grown adult, would mention what reaction channels say if it didn't affect you. So then she says this, which totally came out of like nowhere. I would advise you to get some help because you have very unrealistic standards of relationships. Here's what she says next. This is great. They couldn't even stay married, and you're supposed to be staying married forever. Don't worry, Amber. Your mom is divorced. What's your point? Does that make you feel better? What I don't understand here is, do you really believe that if someone doesn't stay married forever, it makes them some kind of a bad person? Because that's not true. People get divorced a lot of the time. It doesn't make them bad people. People try to make a marriage work and then it doesn't. Like, for example, your parents' marriage didn't work out. Are we sitting here talking about that? Amber, the reason that you can't keep a relationship going is because of your behavior. Your behavior is bad. You mistreat everyone around you and your relationships don't work out because you mistreat these people. I don't understand how dare you comment on Mr. Snowflake's like personal relationship because to my knowledge, he has never said a single word about his personal romantic relationships. I don't know anything about them and I wish him all the best. I don't believe a word that she has to say. For her to be so comfortable saying that she has people that are spying on Mr. Snowflake is really, really, really creepy to me. She's very upset about the merch that Mr. Snowflake has put out. She thinks it shouldn't be about her. And she basically says that Zachary Michael's merch was really cute and amazing. Again, she's obsessed with Zach. Zach has stopped talking about her for now, and she's obsessed with Zach. And then she says, oh, people always tell me people watch reaction channels for them and not for me, right? So why don't you make merch about not me? Okay. Amber, let's talk about your merch. You completely had very expensive merch and then you completely gave it up because Tommy wasn't going to do it for you. She had a whole thing with her merch where Tommy was going to revamp her merch. And then when Tommy and her stopped dating, or she claims they stopped dating, she completely abandoned her merch. Why don't you focus on yourself? Here's the thing. If you don't like other people's merch, don't buy it. So she basically continues to say about like signing divorce papers and she knows what Mr. Snowflake is doing and all this other stuff and she has people spying on him and I'm just sitting here like, you are a creepy stalker. And then somebody brings up how she okay, about her purchasing like, certain information of reaction channels. She says she never purchased Oh Lordy, It's Jordy's information. She, was like using Google and put the two and two together. You looked up Oh Lordy, It's Jordy's private information and where his mom lived and where he lives.
If anything, I feel like the most believable part of this Amberlynn did not shower.
And you were interested in that, which makes you a creepy stalker. You stalked out his whole life, like Paulie D was stalked out on the boardwalk. Like you did. You stalked out Jordy's whole life. And then she's like, well, Alexis bought his information. I don't care who bought it. You facilitated the buying of it. Come on. You guys clearly had conversations about it, in my opinion. So basically, she's just super upset about Mr. Snowflake's merch. And she keeps saying that he's obsessed with her. And she keeps talking about his marital status. And she keeps bringing up divorce and saying like, none of the reaction channels could actually keep a relationship. You don't know any of the reaction channels. I would tell you that you are 100% incorrect. Probably most relationships that reaction channels are in are none of your business, and nobody will tell you anything about them. You don't know anything about Mr. Snowflake. You don't know anything about the relationships of the majority of the reaction channels, and you are 100% wrong. If you are judging people for getting a divorce, maybe you should judge your mommy for getting a divorce, and maybe you should judge yourself for obviously, clearly not being able to keep a relationship. So she rages about, Salty Crab, Mr. Snowflake, saying that, she doesn't watch them anymore. And of course, somebody sent her a picture, I guess, to her Instagram of Mr. Snowflake's merch. If you believe that, I have a very large bridge of everything you want to sell you. She's lying. She's spying on reaction channels and acting as the stalker that she is, my opinion. So, one more point about Mr. Snowflake. So, as I said, to my knowledge, he has not made anything public about his private life, but Amber has made a lot of things, public about her private life. Therefore, I think it's inappropriate to discuss someone's private life, that fake information or whatever information, because she spies on him and she's a stalker. You see how inappropriate it is to discuss a public figure's private life when they never make it public? He never made his private life public. Why are you discussing things that aren't publicly available? Making stuff up or spying on him versus Amber, who monetizes her private life and makes it public. So, Ambi, can I call you Pookie? I hope you enjoy you being a stalker and a spy. There's also another moment where this is what's like one of the things that's making me want to cancel my membership. I'm going to be thinking about it. Basically, she prank calls Alexis numerous times. Okay. And people are like, hey, this is like harassing. And she's like, oh, is this illegal? I'm not going to do it anymore. So she prank calls Alexis twice, even though she claims that Alexis is blocked in her phone. Well, if lie, okay? She clearly never blocked Alexis, because how did you get her number so fast if it was blocked, right? So she prank calls her, which is just really, really childish and ridiculous. And Alexis knew immediately that it was Amber. Alexis picked up the phone twice, and she was like, oh, who is calling me without a caller ID? Because Amber does *67, and she's like, who's calling me without a caller ID? Oh, it's probably Amberlynn. Yeah, it's definitely Amberlynn. How sad is it that people that you prank call at your age of 34 years old already know that it's you? Obviously, she's still interested in Alexis if she's prank calling them. Here is a pro tip. If you are prank calling somebody, you're still interested in them. I promise you that. If you don't believe a single word I say in this video, believe this. If you are like prank calling your ex, or if you're thinking about calling or thinking about texting anybody, you're not over it, you're not over them, and you're still interested. Anyone that prank calls somebody at night when they're just joking around or they're thinking about them at night, they're interested. I find this in the poorest of taste to be prank calling people on live stream as a public figure who, listen to this, has now offered to sue you. So Amber is saying that Alexis has actually reached out to her and said that she's going to be taking legal action against Amberlynn. I hope you do, Alexis. You have all of my support to sue Pookie. Go ahead. Go ahead and sue her. I mean, of course, I don't think this is fully, it's just my opinion. I don't think this is going to really happen, because Amber's like, oh yeah, Alexis, is promising that like her uncle, who's I guess in law in girls, finally la law is coming after Amberlynn Reid. And that is an old Golden Girls reference, but there was a show in the 80s called LA Law, and Rose Nyland from the Golden Girls thought it was called La Law. So finally, La Law is coming after Ambi. Can I call you Pookie? So basically, yeah, Alexis, go ahead and sue her. You know what I think you should do? This is my advice to Alexis. I think that you should like file a few motions if you can, if you have a case. I don't know if you do or not. I don't even know what you're suing her for. What, La Law? Anyways, so I think that you should just scare Amber I think you should scare her and you should start having her spend money to answer the motions. So yeah, maybe our Pookie, our goal, is actually going to be sued by Alexis. I don't really think so, but Amber did tell us that Alexis has threatened legal action against Amberlynn Reid. It's a wonderful time to be alive. Okay, let's discuss the whole vibe of her live stream. It is completely inappropriate. She starts and stops her live streams numerous times. She doesn't seem to understand what a gigabyte is. She doesn't know what I can't even. She doesn't know a lot of like internet terms. It's a wonderful time to be alive, girls. Basically, she says that it is storming where she is at, which is understandable. She says there's only one internet provider, and basically her live streams keep getting frozen and cut off, and she keeps restarting them. Amber, you say that there's only one provider, internet provider, where you're at. Is that true, y'all? You could let me know. Hey, this is editing me. While I'm editing this video, I decided to go and look this up. Basic Google search says she's not being honest. I don't know what's the truth or not. Honestly, if she wants to lie about her internet provider, enjoy yourself. Y'all could let me know, but Google says she's not being honest. She could be honest, she could not be honest. Amber, why would you lie about this? In Oklahoma, there's only one internet provider. God bless, whatever, fine. Let's just I'm just going to give her the benefit of the doubt here and say, let's just say that that's true. She knows that her internet is not going well whenever there's a storm. Why would you live stream that day? Just reschedule it to when it's not storming. It is very ridiculous that her live streams keep getting cut off. On top of her restarting her live stream, incredibly rude to her members. She keeps calling out her members. She says something really scathing about one member. She actually calls them the word, okay? And she blocks a lot of people, times them out for 24 hours, and keeps telling all of her members that are upsetting her that they are, quote, on thin ice, end quote. She also lets us know a fun fact that she used to be told that she's on thin ice. Yeah, a lot of good that did you. You're obviously still treating people negatively. She blocks a lot of her audience members and calls them names. I cannot understand how she has supporters, but here we are. So, the vibe of the live stream is I have absolutely no content and I want you to tell me what to do, which is why she continues to do these like ridiculous polls. Here's what she's doing: she's doing an end run on Choosy, that Choosy game that people voted that they didn't want to play anymore, right? Where you have to pick your favorites. So, she does polls about herself and you have to choose what day she was born, where she was born. Amber, none of us care, barely know, and I don't know your exact birthday. Honey, I don't care when you were born or where you were born, you know. We're just so glad you're such an entertainer. My point here is this: she still plays choosy behind the scenes with her audience, but just with facts about herself. You understand what I'm saying? At some point, Amber, can you just stop playing choosy? She has no content. That's why she's playing choosy. That's why she was playing the card game about her exes. She asks, there's a moment where she asks people, do you want me to do tarot readings? And people say no, and she doesn't do it. Like, Amber, I have never seen anyone from Girl World or outside of Girl World do these live streams where like people have no content and are asking their audience, what should we do? Like, I watch sometimes live streams of people and they have a plan. When they come, they're like, okay, we're going to watch this video, we're going to do this. They of course take input from their audience, but you have no input of, and you don't even care what your audience wants to do. No one wants to play choosy. No one wants to guess facts about you. You constantly blocking your audience. Rude. It's just outrageous. And she continues to ban people and call people names, and the ceiling does make an appearance, and her live stream keeps going in and out and she has to keep restarting it. Honestly, why would anyone pay for this? I don't know if it really is her internet or it's her terrible old laptop. Ambi, can I call you Pookie? You're writing off, in my opinion, all of those torrid holes. Why don't you buy yourself a new computer for work? Oh, anyways, my opinion. It's just ridiculous. It's a very, very, very rude atmosphere. And like, okay, let's pretend I wasn't doing commentary on this and I was a true fan of hers, right? I would feel very unwelcome there. She calls members names and she says names that I can't even say here. And it's just a bad vibe throughout the live stream. And honestly, you know what? Go prank call a Kermit, Amber. Okay, so one of my favorite parts of the video is when she says that she wants to change her memberships, okay? She is upset that basically, in her opinion, which this is 100% a lie, okay? She claims that what is being private is being spread to the public. And how is it okay that people are talking about what is in private? Okay. She wants to change it to either one live stream that's public a month, or she wants the live streams to go on like this once a week, but for the public to be able to see it, but only members to be able to chat. If she does that, I'm immediately obviously canceling my membership because there would be no reason for me to stay a member if she's going to make them public. Okay, I just wanted to tell you that. She has enough audacity to say that people are twisting her words in private publicly, and she wants everyone to see her live streams to see that people are twisting her words and it's making her uncomfy. Okay. So there's literally two people that are making videos on your members only live streams who are members. And I know that we are both, I'm sorry, both definitely not ever making things up or twisting anything. I literally repeat every single thing she says and give an opinion. And that's what she's upset about, okay? She's upset that all of her bad private behavior, in her mind, private behavior, is coming to light. First of all, there's no rule against telling somebody about a movie you paid for or a live stream you paid for. I'm not posting her members only content, and that's what she's really upset about. This is all about money. This is not because she feels that things are being twisted. Reaction channels are literally repeating what Hans Christian Amberlynn over there says, but that's not enough for her. This is about money. Look, when she makes these videos on members only and not open to the public, she cannot earn money from the views. She wants to earn double the money from the views. Look, remember, she wants to take a break, right? She doesn't want to do a lot of recorded videos. She's getting paid quite a bit of money because she claims she has 600 members and they're all paying $10 a month. So what she wants is that money. And by the way, YouTube takes a cut of that, so it's not as much as you think. But even if she gets 3,000 or 4,000 a month from just the memberships, if she makes these live streams public, she can also earn the money from the views. So, Amber, just say it as it is. You don't have enough money to afford your outrageous lifestyle without opening this up to the public. By the way, here's my opinion on it. I think that these members only live streams are a terrible idea. The live streams are insufferable, and she needs to be called out for how badly she interacts with people in these live streams. So I do think you should open them up to the public, but not every week. This is what I would do if I were her. You can have memberships, and it doesn't have to be one live stream a week. She could do this. She could do one public live stream a month, and she could just have early access to videos and have people have the ability to talk in her live streams. These members only live streams are insufferable, which brings me to my last point. Not only are people not twisting what you say, but literally repeating. She has enough audacity to actually believe that these live streams are considered private. They're not. You have 600 members that are able to watch them. They're not private. They're just members only. If 200,000 people joined your memberships, 200,000 people would see them. Do you understand, Amber Reid, that you are posting these publicly to members on YouTube? It's just phenomenal. No one is twisting what she's saying. She doesn't like that we have the ability to give our opinions. We're literally, as she would say, repeating what she says, and she doesn't like it. With how terrible she treats people and how insufferable these live streams are, it's not only a bad money making decision, but common sense alone tells you if she stopped doing these live streams once a week and did them once a month, it would be a lot easier on her and people would see her behavior and she would make more money. The audacity of her twisting our words. She's pretending that the people that are like recapping these live streams are twisting her words when that's what she is doing. It's constant manipulation of language. She doesn't like that we give our opinions about what is said, so she is lying straight out and saying that we're twisting it. And Amber, anything you post on YouTube, members only or not, is not private. You're just upset that you're obsessed with your exes and now everybody knows it. Okay, so more info she decides to give us. She starts crying because she has a lot of anxiety, and she says she had a lot of like dreams and anxiety about her health, and people are like, "What are you talking about?" And she basically says that she kind of, for her, has always thought it was the norm for her to be the way that she is health wise. And now she realizes that, like, after 34 years, this is not the norm for her, and she's obviously afraid for her health because of, the state that she is in. And I'm just sitting here like, this is just blatantly just making stuff up. I'm sure she has anxiety, but the reality is there's no way that you didn't go through your life being unhealthy, people not telling you, doctors not telling you, you being around people that are like, hey, how is this the norm for you? You are in serious health issues. You're having serious health issues. You have obviously cellulitis, which is a very serious infection. You get this infection multiple times a year. So she has anxiety about that. She briefly talks about her brother, says that he's in jail and she refuses to talk to him. It's too, bad for her and she can't handle it mentally to talk to him, but she sends him money. So she's always there for him that way. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever, Amber. She gets asked if she's ever visited anyone in jail. She says yes. She then talks about how she is obsessed with the Keemstar's live show, and she's obsessed with them and hooked on them. And she actually says that, they want her to be part of the show. But she says that she believes, and these are her words, not mine, I'm just repeating it. She believes, some people want her to be crazy, and she can't do that. She can't be hecticana, she claims, unless she is exhibiting BPD. That's what she actually said. Like, I don't believe that you were diagnosed with this. Remember, she told everybody she was not diagnosed. She said that she exhibited certain patterns that made someone feel that she may have it. And then when she said this and got backlash, she went around saying that she was diagnosed. She could have been diagnosed. She could not have been diagnosed. She keeps talking about how obsessed she is with Keemstar's show. Okay, the show that he's on. It's very interesting to me is that she starts off the live stream saying that she only respects those who respect her. She doesn't have respect for her audience if she can. I've never seen more blocking in any live stream from anyone. Also, imagine paying $10 a month to be disrespected by this YouTuber, by this person. And I know people say, well, they're paying, it's their choice, but come on. Personal opinion is that these lives are disrespectful, aka disrespectful, towards her viewers, towards her members. She treats her members terribly. She has a very clear and obvious disdain for her members, and I can't wait till she opens this up to the public so that people can tell her the truth about her behavior. Uh, what I will say is she is pushing her anger onto reaction channels, as noted by how much she talks about them, how she even says she wants to prank call them, which is very odd and unusual. She's obsessed with reaction channels and she's obsessed with her exes, as we always say. And now, in my opinion, she isn't making enough money on her live stream. Okay, she's not making enough money on her live streams without making a lot of videos, so she wants to open it up to the public. Go right ahead. It's not because people are twisting your words. If you just said, hey, you know what, I'm not making enough money, I would respect that. But as always, you have to blame it and push it on the reaction channels, okay? So I feel like memberships in general for her channel are the wrong thing. They were the wrong thing before. She shouldn't have memberships. She should just do live streams once in a while and make things easier on everyone, including herself. But she wants to ruin her own career. Ruin your own career. Well, I wish her all the best. Okay, I really do. I wish you all the best, Amber Reid. Thank you all so very much for watching today. Please let me know what you thought about this video in the comments down below. Check out this other video that's popping up here on a similar topic. I want to thank you so very much for spending some of your time with me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.